Hey guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com. Welcome back to my channel. As you saw from the title of today's video, I'm going to be introducing Season 3 of Club 119. And you guys, I cannot even believe we're already at Season 3. I feel like we just started Season 2, and it's been such a wonderful time in the Book of James. I hope that you've enjoyed it and it's been a blessing to you. And I hope that you're geared up and ready to go for another project in Club 119. Now, as you can see, I'm not in my normal place, my normal environment. You're probably going to hear a lot of talking in the background. My family and I are out of town for Thanksgiving, and we're visiting family and friends, and so I just popped into one of the bedrooms in the house we're staying in so that I can get this thing recorded and uploaded for you guys so that you guys can get ready for Season 3. Now, Season 3 is going to be a whole lot different than Seasons 1 and 2. For those of you who have been with me since the beginning of Club, you know that we've gone through the 119th Psalm, and that focused more on like creative scripture writing, which was kind of like my idea in the first place. That's why I started it. And then Season 2 in the Book of James focused more on the study aspect because just the way the book is constructed and it only contains 5 chapters, it was a little easier for me to be able to pull more of a study component out of that. Now with Season 3, we're going to kind of take a step back a little bit and get back into just some simple scripture writing. And the reason for that is because it's the Christmas season. And while I think it's the most wonderful time of the year, it does get a bit hectic for most of us, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of hustle and bustle, and seeing people and getting things done. And so what I wanted to do with this season is use Club 119 as a time to pause for just a few minutes to reflect on the meaning of Christmas, the importance of why Jesus came, and just this simple, profound story that many of us, most of us, are familiar with, but it's definitely the best time to reflect on this story. And so what I did, and this is all available on my blog, is I made up some scripture writing plans that you can print out, and they are, there are 5, hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 designs that you can choose from, and they're free. They're on my site, and you can just pick what you want and download them. So this first one kind of has some candles on it in the background and a little gold star. Just put this here. The next one is blue, like this midnight blue situation with some gold sparkles on there. And then this one is my favorite. This one is a red ornament, and it's got some blue and white in the background. That's a lot of fun. This one is also neutral, like the one with the candles, and it has a wreath on it. And then this one has a nativity in the background. You can even see part of the star in the background. And so, like I said, these are all available to download on my blog. There'll be a blog post accompanying this video, and you can just go to the description box, click on the link to the blog post, and you'll be able to download any of these, all of them, whatever you want. And just get a simple notebook. You can use whatever you've been using if you've got extra space and what you may have been using for Club 119. I'm thinking of using like a cheap photo album. If you saw my self-care kit video, I showed like one of those really inexpensive photo albums that you can get like at the drugstore, or Michael's or Hobby Lobby sell them. And just the kind that you slip a 4x6 photo in there. I'm thinking of, I don't have any of my stuff with me because I'm out of town, but I'm thinking of just doing like 4x6 like scrapbook paper, and then writing my scripture for the day down, and then just slipping it inside the picture slots, and just having a really cute small scripture album for Christmas. So that's what I'm thinking. I haven't settled on that yet, but that's my idea. And so you can use whatever you want, guys. This is going to be so bare bones, so simple. I really just give yourself a chance to pause. Some of you have a lot of time to do more crafting, and some of you don't. And so take the opportunity to be as creative as you want. I mean, obviously you can do, whatever elaborate creative activities that you want to do. Or if all you have time for is 10 minutes to just jot the scripture down, maybe say a quick prayer, then absolutely do so. Absolutely do so. I want this to be something that gives you a moment of peace and joy during the holiday season. Now, just a couple of comments on the scripture writing plan itself. There is a verse in the Bible that talks about every valley, I think it says, shall be exalted. I have the song in my head, and I looked it up in the Word, and because I was trying to find all the different verses that are either prophetic, foretelling, Jesus' birth, and then the actual accounts in the Gospels of the story of Jesus' birth. And there's a chapter in Isaiah, and I'm going to look it up here on my phone, because you might wonder why I chose some of the passages that I chose, and I just want to share the reason why. So give me a second, I'm going to look this up. It's in Isaiah chapter 40, and you may or may not be familiar with it. Isaiah chapter 40, and there is a verse. Let's see, what version am I reading this out of? Hold on one second. I am reading this out of, I think, the ESV. Yeah, okay, so this is out of the ESV. And verse 4 is what I was familiar with. I remembered it from Handel's Messiah. And it says, every valley shall be lifted up. Another verse or the song, I don't know, says, every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill be made low, and the uneven ground shall become level, and the rough plain. Ooh, hold on. This is what happens when you read the Bible on an app. The uneven ground shall become level, and the rough places a plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. And that was in Handel's Messiah, and I was like, I associate that with just the Christmas music collection. I don't know how to say that. And I thought, oh, that's a wonderful verse. Let me include it here in the scripture writing plan. And I was trying to figure out where I should end it. And I was reading through the psalm, or not, it kind of looks like a psalm. I was reading through the chapter and couldn't find a place to end. And I thought, let me just include the entire chapter. And one of the reasons why I did that was also because if you keep going further down to verse 21, it says, do you not know? Do you not hear? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain and spreads them like a tent to dwell in, who brings princes to nothing and makes the rulers of the earth as emptiness. And it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. And then in verse 27, it says, why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my right is disregarded by my God? Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is everlasting, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint nor grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. And it keeps going, and it keeps going, to my favorite verse, one of my favorite verses anyway, Isaiah 40:31, where it says, but they who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So, what started as just a line in a song that was familiar to me, found it in scripture, and wanted to add it to the scripture writing plan, turned into putting this whole chapter in there. And the reason why I did that, my thought on it, is because as we're considering the story of Jesus coming to earth, I thought it would be a really great place to kind of start with the majesty and the power and the glory and the splendor of God the Father, and the things that he promised to Israel from the beginning of the nation's conception. And when you read the story of how the nation there's cheering going on. I need to end this video so I can go see what's going on. Anyway, as you see the history of the nation and how God has taken care of them, how he has made promises and kept his promises to them, both for prosperity and in punishment for their sins, And then you get up to the story of Jesus. He is the promised Messiah. And so I thought it was fitting just to kind of start there, and then we go into the passages in John of Jesus being in the beginning, and him being the Word, and in the beginning with the Father. And then in Luke, obviously the well-known passages there, and then in Matthew. And so we kind of go through all of that and just right through that. And so this is going to run through the first 25 days of December. So December 1 to 25, so Christmas Day. So it'll start on Sunday. So I know this is a little late, you guys, but it's been busy. Start writing on Sunday. That's the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And then it'll run through to December. The last thing I'm going to tell you before I go, because I want to know what they were cheering about in there, but the last thing I'm going to tell you before we go is that I'm not going to be doing any videos. I don't plan on doing any videos for Club 119 this season. I'm actually trying to get geared up and prepped for season 4. And it's going to be a doozy for me, for prep. So I'm going to focus more on that. I'm going to just invite you to enjoy the quietness and to enjoy the peace and the joy of this plan, and just allow it to be something that you use to give yourself space to breathe and have a moment with just you and God. Okay? I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If you're here in the US and you're celebrating with your family, have a great time. Look forward to hearing from me. If you're in the Facebook group for Club 119, then definitely watch out, because I'll be posting questions, and we'll be doing a little bit more interactive discussion in there, just for fun, just for the holiday. I know I haven't really been posting in there, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Like I said, you can get this on my website. It's free to download. You don't have to pay for anything. And I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you all later, and happy Thanksgiving and Merry almost Christmas. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.